Well, now, as tensions between Israel and Iran really soar, U.S. is wary of yet another escalation from the Iranian front. Israel has delayed Gaza invasion only because U.S. requested it to do so. The U.S. has several concerns here, the main being missile shield for U.S. troops in the West Asia region and threat to its U.S. embassies. U.S. also fears threat from Islamist groups and direct Israel-Iran war. The U.S. is scrambling to deploy nearly a dozen air defense systems to the region, including for the United States troops serving in Iraq, Syria, Kuwait, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE to protect them from missiles as well as rockets.
What they say to me is I have no notion that the Palestinians are telling the truth about how many people are killed. I'm sure innocents have been killed, and it's the price of waging a war. I think we should be incredibly careful. I think not we, the Israelis should be incredibly careful to be sure that they're focusing on going after the folks that are propagating this war against Israel. And it's against their interest when that doesn't happen. But I have no confidence in the number that the Palestinians are using. I continue to be alarmed about extremist settlers attacking Palestinians in the West Bank, that pouring gasoline on fire is what it's like. This was a deal. The deal was made, and they're attacking Palestinians in places that they're entitled to be. And it has to stop. They have to be held accountable, and it has to stop now. I'm convinced one of the reasons Hamas attacked when they did, I have no proof of this, just my instinct tells me, is because of the progress we were making towards regional integration for Israel and regional integration overall.
All right, Shiv Arur joins us for more clarity on that. Shiv, the Western media suggesting here that it was Iran which trained Hamas terrorists for a full-blown attack on Israel. Is there a new front that's now brewing for this war? Will Iran really come out of the shadows and maybe be at the forefront in this attack? Where does Iran stand in this war?
Now, the Iran connection to what has happened has, overnight become vastly bigger. Point number one, the Wall Street Journal report, citing a U.S. intelligence report to say that Iran had directly trained at least 500 Hamas terrorists on its soil. Now, remember, the United States has officially denied the Wall Street Journal report, but it goes down to the various other points of Iranian involvement. The Ayatollah Khomeini coming out with a direct, practically divine declaration of war against Israel. That terrorist meeting between the Hezbollah chief, along with the deputy leaders of the Palestinian Islamic Jihad and the Hamas in Beirut. The fact that Israel continues to, conduct airstrikes on Hezbollah positions in southern Lebanon, as well as on the Syrian army, which is also a proxy of Iran. The Houthi crisis, where they've been launching missiles towards Israel. So a very indirect Iranian role is becoming more and more explicit. Iran has always operated through proxies in the past, but could that change now? Could that suddenly change into a direct confrontation with the United States? It's almost unthinkable. A world that has barely recovered from the effects of the Russia-Ukraine war now faces the possibility of an all-round West Asian crisis, which could, after many, many decades, involve Iran directly. And that is, that is unpalatable for strategic thinkers at this point of time. And that's also one of the reasons why the United States is deploying in such a big way here, to be prepared with missile defense, with carrier battle groups. It doesn't have the appetite to be embroiled in another West Asian crisis, but as always, the most powerful country in the world must be militarily prepared to protect all its assets in this region, and boy does the United States have a lot of military assets in this area.